Howdy everyone, it's the Black Shadow here. Hope you're keeping yourselves lovely and well and safe and all the rest of that. Time for an update video. Need to get one of these out there. Is plenty coming up. It is the busy months of September, October for the channel. So plenty to talk about, so we'll crack straight on here. First of all, I just want to say a thanks to everyone who has been watching over the past month or so in regards to the ClockTower series, which is showing off here at the moment. Yeah, really much enjoyed it. I think going through the original game on, well, the PS1 remaster of the game that later on was really enjoyable. I do apologize, I haven't started on the PS1 yet. The past sort of 10 days or so of my life has been a bit all over the place. A lot of real-life things have occurred. Like last Thursday, I got my second COVID jab, and I'm glad to have gotten that, but I didn't react particularly well. It hit pretty hard. Like, I was basically gone for 3 days, just completely wiped out, and since then, like, there's been all sorts of bits going on here. Been trying to sort out this room. I had like a small spider infestation I've had to deal with. My phone died, so that's had to be replaced. I've got like some banner stuff to go up like down the back there. I've even went and got, it's not as big as it looks, but I even got myself one of these for streaming videos, all that lovely stuff. That didn't happen because I've mentioned several times about the fact that it's nice to have like a light behind so you can actually see a bit more of like myself and the pictures and all the rest of that. But the only problem with that is I can't actually put it on the table without cutting a piece out of it, which I will be doing early next week. So as you can see, a lot's been going on, and as always, a huge thank you to my Patreons for allowing me to get stuff like this for the channel. Very much appreciated. So, that's kind of what's been going on, but that's pretty much all done now, apart from cutting my table into pieces. So, it's a case of moving on with the channel, and as again, September is the busy month. Quickly have a quick dive into YouTube. A lot of this is going to be about Twitch, and what's going on there. A lot of the Twitch content will be finding its way onto YouTube, however. So, if you're not particularly of watching in that particular kind of format, then it will make its way to the YouTube channel. So yeah, talked about ClockTower, 1995. Enjoyable. Can definitely see progress for the series going on. Very much looking forward to delving into the PS1 version of the game. I'm looking to record that tomorrow, so hopefully the first video of that will be going up some point late on tomorrow. On top of that, we still have XCOM 2. I don't think there's a lot longer to go for XCOM 2 at this time. We're pretty deep into the game now. We've taken out one of the Chosen in a pretty chaotic battle. And we're now making the push to defeat Advent. As a slight personal note, I would like to have XCOM 2 done by the end of September. I can't guarantee it by any stretch of imagination, but I am looking to get the series done. It's been enjoyable. It's been pretty chaotic. We've had a lot of entertaining stuff has happened. But we are also running out of people to roll in, which almost everyone's been rolled in here. So I don't want to get into a situation I'm out of dudes. That's not going to be good. So we'll see how that will go. As I mentioned, going forward, we've got ClockTower for the PS1. I might even delve into ClockTower 2 as well. That's probably the idea for September as far as that's concerned. XCOM 2 obviously continuing. And then the various streams for Resident Evil that will be going on Twitch for Resident Evil 5 and certain select parts of the Outbreak stuff we'll be doing next month will also be found its way onto the YouTube as well. So there will be a plethora of content for you all. And some other bits and pieces as well as we go. So yes, ClockTower for the PS1, or actually ClockTower 2, as it should actually be, because the original ClockTower never officially made its way to the US shores, so it's like another Final Fantasy situation where it's just a complete and utter mess. Anyways, that aside, I do know some people who feel that to them, this is their favourite game of the series, which intrigues me. I'm very curious to see how things are going to progress from the first game, which, as I mentioned, the series there's a lot of promise and a lot of building blocks to kind of go forward for as we continue the journey with Jennifer from the original game. Again, more multiple endings, all sorts of bits and pieces. So very much looking forward to delving into this tomorrow. And yeah, with any luck, we'll delve into the game afterwards, which I believe was for the PlayStation 2? or it might have been one of in between. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, expect more of this still. It is still under point and click officially, at least for this version of the game. I think that does change as it kind of goes a bit more like kind of like Silent Hilly, more maybe Fatal Framey might be a bit more appropriate. Depends how you want to look at it. Alright then, so that takes us to Twitch. This is probably going to be the longest section of this video, as there is plenty to delve into. So first of all, I have taken like a week off this week from doing any streaming, because kind of needed a quick break before delving into what is going to be plenty of streaming over the next couple of months or so. And yeah, we've done plenty of stream beforehand. Obviously, we've been delving into Overcooked 2 with Skullduggery and Co., which we finished up, which I really enjoyed. Like hectic, chaotic gaming. None of us, I don't think, want to kill any of the other people, so that suggests that things have been generally successful. And on top of that as well, like, it's just a lot of fun. Like, it's amazing the amount of game you get for your money with the Overcooked series. Absolutely fantastic stuff. As I just witnessed myself having my mind blown in Professor Layton. Again, it was also nice to delve into some puzzle stuff with puzzling along with the chat and people watching along, solving it as we go. Mix of some people who had played the game and some unfortunate souls who had never played the game and was wondering what in the hell they were witnessing. I may never recover. So, being September, it is Resident Evil month on the channel, and as I have done in previous years, we are headlined, at least on the streams, with a pretty crazy difficult stipulation run. Used to obviously be the knife runs of prior, now we've moved on into much more of the recent games. You can't just knife run the game, hence we did Resident Evil 4 back in April, with base handgun only, and we will be doing the same again this year, with Resident Evil 5. It'll be the first time I've played the game on the channel for some time. It has been about 4.5 years since I did my cooperative series with CM3, and we are going to be doing it co-op again this year. We are being joined by the lovely Gene Bean from the channel. We will be playing RE5. It will be professional, and it will be base handgun only, with no upgrades, no grenades, nothing. Just handgun and melee and wit and guile and bravery and foolishness and all that lovely good stuff that you need. We've looked into this run, much like I did look into this run with RE4, and this is promising to be possibly the hardest run of maybe any game I think I've ever played in my life. Now, the fact that we have a cooperative partner does probably make things easier. But seeing as professional on RE5 is already a kill or be killed scenario, and we're not allowed to use any weaponry other than the base handgun, some of the boss fights are looking to be pretty insane. Some of just the sequences you got to go through are looking to be pretty insane. So, yeah, it should be fascinating to deal with that. That will be kicking off on Saturday, coming up here. So that is Saturday, September 4th. We'll be starting at 5 o'clock UK time, up to about 9ish or so, maybe a slight overrun towards 10 o'clock, but it's going to be typically about 5 to 9 is the plan for the streams. And then Sundays will be the return of the fantastic, the wonderful, the patented Resident Evil Outbreak Ruffle Raffle. May not actually be patented, but I tried and they threw it out. And they were like, what the hell are you talking about? I was like, what? Come on, man. And they're like, no. And I was like, ah. So the Ruffle Raffle will be returning. We haven't touched it, obviously, since January, because the last one went a significant portion of time for the crazy amount of support that it got. So it will be making its return. I have modified, I'll just quickly show off here, I have modified the rules for the raffles, so we have some additional stipulations been rolled in, some of which I am keeping secret until the raffle starts. And we're basically running it as per. There's also some changes to the fantastic HQ stipulations, because the chopper, it can't reach you, and HQ's just going to make your life as miserable as he can physically make it, because he's a jerk. Pretty standard. So we are making, another thing I'm going to be changing as well is I think we're going to tone down difficulty for this ever so slightly, because one of the things that I've noted with the raffle last year, as great as it was, is that there is a slight kind of barrier of entry for people who haven't played the Outbreak very much. So it's great for someone like myself who's played it for donkey's years, and like, you know, like Azumi who still speedruns the game and other bits and pieces like that. But there are quite a lot of people who either haven't played this game for quite a while or may not have ever played it at all. So the plan is this: the first Sunday for September, we're going to be doing it as per the standard rules, and then weekend 2, I'm looking to do a filthy casual sort of weekend. So I'm going to tone down the difficulty to like normal / hard. And it'll be an opportunity for those who haven't played the game very much to give it a spin, you know, tone it down, have some fun with people who may not have played the game at all. And I think it's a nice way to kind of like get more people playing the game, because as much as it's great watching, you know, us on very hard doing like 2 steps and being absolutely annihilated, not everyone feels comfortable doing that, and that was something that was voiced to me last year, and it's something that I've decided to take to heart. So that is a change that we have made for this. Now, you might be also asking, but Shadow, what about the double steps? We got last year, we could give for every 2 subscriptions that the channel got, we'd get a double step game, and we love the double step games. And I'm like, yes, you're right. You love them, I love them, everyone loved them. It was great times, and they will be back. I'll talk about that very, very shortly. One other thing I'm looking to do as well for next month is I am going to be looking to do a stream during the week as well. I don't know exactly what day that's going to be yet. I'm looking maybe a Wednesday night. Seems the most likely night, I would reckon. It might also be maybe a Tuesday. I kind of like, Jen does obviously a lot of bits of streaming here and there, so I don't want to really conflict with her because she does some streams during the week. I'll have to speak with her to try and kind of like about it, because I know that quite a few people who watch my channel also watch Jen's, and I don't want to be particularly interfering that where possible. So we'll see how we go. But I am going to be spending some time in September during the weeks. I want to have a delve back into some more of the various mods that have been created, bits and pieces for the original Resident Evil games, like Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3. We've delved into several before, like Mortal Night and other bits and pieces. A lot of those have made their way to the YouTube channel. They're fascinating to play. It's interesting seeing people's takes on them, their spins. We did randomizer run for RE2 last year as well. And I want to spend some time delving into that and other bits and pieces on the side. So I will get a full schedule up onto the Discord. And if I remember, I'll post it on the YouTube as well in the next couple of days or so. I've just got to finalize what exactly it is I'm going to do and what order I'm going to do it in. And also sort of with Jen to try and avoid any conflicts there. But that is the plan. So gobs of Resident Evil for you next month. Just as the dog outside started barking. I've been told that the dog's name is Vinny. This will not say Vinny, but alas. So that brings us on to goals for September as far as the Twitch is concerned. So again, going back to last year with the raffle, what I did was for every 2 subscriptions that the channel received on Twitch, we would do a double stipulation game for the raffle. Now I expected to get, you know, maybe do like 4, maybe 5 double stip games, maybe even 6 for the month of September last year. We ended up doing more than 50. This is why it took until January to finish all the damn games, because there was so many of them. And I'm greatly appreciated for all the support you guys gave in subscriptions, donations, bits, all the stuff. It was a crazy month. We had a lot of great times. It helped me get this chair, which was desperately needed, do other bits and pieces for the channel. Well, of course, Corporate Shadow thinks, ooh, it's the big month. It's not just about that. It's obviously about, you know, you guys support me, and then I'm able to give you guys more crazy, entertaining content. That's kind of how this all generally works. And this year is going to be no different. So, first of all, the main thing, which to rest everyone's breath, is that that is the wrong button. There we go. So, we will be carrying on, which we did with the raffle. For every 2 subscriptions that the channel receives on the Twitch channel, we will be doing a double stip game. The plan is roughly to do the first couple of weeks, so the opening week for the raffle, the easier weekend for people who haven't played the game very much, and then going forward from that. Depending on how the numbers go, I might start the double stip games immediately on week 3. I might let it roll on a little bit onwards. We'll see how things go. It's a little bit kind of see how it is. But I know obviously the raffle isn't for everyone. And not everyone wants to just give out subscriptions because, you know, you give out loads of them, and then everyone's got, like, we had several times where, like, pretty much everyone watching already had memberships and subscriptions. It's like, well, what do you do? Who are you giving subscriptions to? The people you have absolutely no idea who they may or may not be. So I will geek, and of course there was subscriptions, like donations, that sort of thing. So there are going to be other ways you can support, and other rewards available to you, which is going to be as such. We're going to have bars as well on everything on all the streams, so we can keep track of this, because a couple of times we lost track of how many subs we'd been given, and I had to work it out. That was a pain. So, should for the month of September, we get $50 worth on the channel, be it for bits or donations, whatever the hell else. I will do one more remake randomizer run. They're always popular. We've done quite a few of the times, and as an added bonus, because I can track this stuff, I'm going to let the highest donator of the month actually set the rules of the randomizer. I usually kind of work it out as I go, maybe get a couple of suggestions, but whoever is the highest donator, I will let them set all the rules for the randomizer. I'll go for it if they're not too familiar with it, and we'll have a talk about that, whatever else, what they may or may not like to see. But yeah, you get to set the rules. I will play it on stream. I will probably suffer a lot, because I imagine it's not going to be an easy run by any stretch of imagination. If it's possible at all, I don't know. But that is going to be fun to see who gets all of that, and my fate will be in their hands. It's probably not going to be good. So moving on, should we manage to reach a total of $100 dues, I want to have... I'm thinking of having a crack at the Resident Evil 0 boss fight, the bats from the church. Those who watched my Resident Evil 0 knife run will know it's the only boss in a Resident Evil knife run that I've never beaten. I just couldn't do it. We tried and tried and tried and tried and tried, and everyone who was there on that stream knows I was at that for some time. I want to beat it. I'm annoyed that I want to beat it, but I do want to beat it. So if we manage to reach $100 on the channel, we will return to the Bat Boss, and I'm going to see if it's possible for me to beat this. I might set a time limit. I don't know. I will have to practice a bit, because I haven't played RE0 since last year and such, and all that sort of thing. But it's gotta be beatable, right? So that is on offer there. Should we reach, getting to the heady heights now, should we reach a total of $200 dues? I can't believe I'm about to do this one. So, many followers in Discord, I did post it on the YouTube channel as well. Mr. BB over on the Discord, along with some help from Alonzo Orion, put together this very, very entertaining video, like a spoof video of me playing Fortnite. I've never played Fortnite. I've never touched it. I've never had much of a inkling to do so, but it was like a good 20-odd minute video of Fortnite, and with all my commentary from all across the channel being used to like comment the video. It was very, very awesome, really appreciated. So I figure, what the hell, let's have some fun with this. So if we manage to get this far, I will actually play some Fortnite on stream. In honor of the video, in honor of what was done. It was fantastic, and I will play the game until we win, at which point I'm probably going to be done with the game. But I mean, it's Battle Royale, it's all great. We had some fun with Fall Guys when that came out about a year or so ago. Had some good streams on that. You know, it's kind of much the same sort of thing. So I will have at this, and everyone's welcome to give their advice, bits and pieces. I don't expect to be an expert here. I don't know how long this is going to take. It's 100 players. That's a lot of people to get through, so we'll have to see how we go. So, going beyond that, should we even get into the crazy heights of a total of $300 of donations for the month, I will make returns to remakes 2 and 3. There are randomizers that have now been developed. I believe one of them is technically still in alpha, but does work. The other one is via Nexus mods. And we will give some spins of these. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Remake 2 is much more kind of... like just on a guess, it's probably an easier game to do a randomizer because RE3 ultimately is kind of linear-ish in how it's designed. RE2, at least you've got a bit with backwards and forwards you can delve into. But we will have delves into those on stream, which I think will be a lot of fun. Obviously, Resident Evil 2 Remake, I still think is one of the better Resident Evil games that I think have been made for some time. And while Resident Evil 3 didn't get the greatest of receptions, sometimes rightly, sometimes wrongly, I think it's still a solid enough horror game. So we'll delve into that. And then, should we somehow, by some grace of God of craziness from you people, manage to get to $500 for the month, well, you'll just have to wait and see for that one. That's a little secret. You'll have to wait for that. Sorry. Now, as marvelly it would be to like hit like all of these like 10 times over and anything like that, you know, it's I generally don't have much of expectations of these. I try and obviously produce the best content that we can, be it on the YouTube as well as the Twitch. But don't let it ever be said that I just ask for money for no response or anything like that. I try and give back out. As far as like the Patreon as well is concerned, I have admittedly gotten a little bit behind on sending out cards and bits and pieces. I do apologize. I think I may have missed one or two. So I will go back through everything I've been received, and there's a lot of cards to come out in September anyway. So I'll be sending out plenty of bits and pieces. But yeah, like if any of these can be met, if all of them can be met, I think it'd be fantastic. It should be some great entertainment. And I'm looking forward to what's going to be probably a busy month, but a very entertaining month as well. It should be great. Now, I don't expect a lot of this to overrun into October. The raffle definitely could, depending on how many subscriptions we get. Again, I didn't put like any limits on the raffle. Last year's was completely insane and unpredictable, so I don't even guess there. But obviously we run into October, which is going to be the horror month on the channel. Now you have got Back for Blood, which is releasing on October 12th, which I do intend to be doing various streams and bits and pieces on the channel. And I have to probably guess the raffle might well creep into October, seeing how things go. But outside of that, I already do have various plans of stuff that I do want to do for October. I recently got my hands on Control, which is from Remedy, the same guys who made the Alan Wake series. Obviously, I'm still very excited at the prospect that there could well be another Alan Wake game coming out in the near future. If so, like, just have my money immediately, because I'll be all into that. I think it'll be a fantastic game to see revived. I also, as well, were looking to stream a game I got hold of, courtesy of Agatha, who's a streamer I do watch every now and again. I won in a giveaway, and again, I've been looking to delve into anyways recently. And that is the legendary System Shock 2. Now, for perhaps some of the younger viewers maybe watching this video, you may not have ever heard of the System Shock series. If you've never heard of System Shock, whatever game you're playing, you probably owe a great deal of debt to the System Shock series, and particularly System Shock 2, one of the most influential games of its genre possibly ever. I mean, just like enhanced mechanics, its design, the BioShock series was basically a spiritual successor to this. You think stuff like Dead Space as well. So many mechanics and origins and ideas originated from System Shock 2. A game way ahead of its time, and just an absolute legendary title. And I've been wanting to delve into this for a little bit on the channel, and I managed to win this in a giveaway, which was really, really awesome. So I'm looking to delve into this on October. I'm probably streaming this. I might move it to local recording. I have not yet decided yet. But if you've never seen this game and never heard of this game, you are in for a hell of a treat. A extraordinary game, and one that pretty much anyone who has any kind of interest in video gaming should give a spin of at some point in their lives. Some part of it may not have, it might not be the most impressive looking graphically. The game is over 20 years old, but it's just, I can't think of enough words to say. It's a fantastic title, and I'm looking forward to bringing this very, very soon. Alright then, so with that all done, that's going to be the end of this update video. As always, if you've got any questions, bits and pieces that I've missed, then feel free to put them in the comment section below, and I'll respond to them as soon as the YouTube machine decides to tell me that you've actually sent something there. I do find myself on occasion having to literally look through videos that I've recently uploaded to make sure that I haven't missed something, because the system... It's annoying. It doesn't tell me everything. It is what it is. It's a shame, but regardless. As always, if you do want to get in contact on the channel, then you can do so in various ways. We have got the Twitter sphere here at BlackShadow993. I post various bits and pieces, and also links to the podcast I've been doing with the Infinite Ammo Syndicate, which I've now been getting into hosting as well, which I've been very much enjoying. We did the Back for Blood impressions a couple of nights or so ago. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun doing these as a host. It's nice that I've been entrusted to do so as well. You know, one of the reasons I did is not just for enjoying it, is a kind of way to kind of expand the skill set, you know, bit of networking, I guess, that sort of thing. It's been all great times doing that sort of stuff. As I've mentioned also as well earlier, if you wish to contribute in a more financially sort of matter, forget you saw that bit. We have as well got the Patreon for the channel at patreon.com/blackshadow993, and you are more than welcome to do so there. And we do, of course, have the interactive hub of Black Shadow Incorporated over on Discord as well. There's a link to that in the video description below, and your company would be very, very much appreciated there. That's about all I can think of. I need to go get some rest for tomorrow, because I got a lot of recording to do tomorrow with ClockTower and XCOM and all the rest of it. It is busy time still, but I think this September is going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it. And if it's not, then it's probably my fault. So I'll happily take the blame on that one. It's fine. Thank you all for watching, everyone. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you very soon.